What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today I'm here with my friend Zach, or The Flexible Dieting Lifestyle, on Instagram and YouTube. You guys should check him out. So today I wanted to make a video because I'm here in Austin with him. I wanted to make a video that was more than just maybe like reacting to something, or more than just, you know, talking about a topic. I really wanted a video that was really helpful for you guys. And so, as you guys know, the most common question that I get is, how do I lose weight? How many calories do I eat to lose weight? And so today I want you to be able to leave this video with the knowledge of how many calories you should be eating to lose weight, and the confidence in knowing that that's backed by science and it's not just some arbitrary number that we pulled out of thin air and gave to you. So that's why I have Zach here, because he is a magician with all of that stuff, and I think he has a little bit more information than I do. So I thought it'd be cool to have him on and have him kind of explain how to lose weight and how many calories you should be eating.
Yeah, and I can back that. That's the most common question I get all the time too, because it's the starting point. And we all want peace of mind. Peace of mind that you know that you're on the right track. Like, why do we love GPS? Because it literally is giving us a roadmap of where we need to go and how to get there. Calories in versus calories out determine weight loss or weight gain. Calories are just a unit of measurement. And by starting to track your calories and starting to monitor your intake, you're going to be figuring out that roadmap along the way, and you're going to be able to put yourself in a position to succeed and to reach that goal. Calorie calculator, a macro calculator, you can search on Google and find so many of them. And using MyFitnessPal, I know John talks about it all the time, how to track your calories on there and track your macros on there. It's amazing. It's an amazing macro and calorie tracking app, but it's very terrible at giving you calories to be able to help you reach your goals. Most of these calorie calculators and macro calculators, they give you something that's so low. They give you a caloric intake that is very low, that no matter what your current situation, it's going to lead to you losing weight. They very rarely take into account what's called an activity multiplier. How active is your lifestyle? Very rarely do they ever take that into account. And it's very difficult to find something that is a great starting point for everybody. And so I think the beauty is it's getting close enough, and then it's learning how to monitor, am I reaching my goals? Am I getting closer to my goals? John asked me, and we talked about this a great extent before we came on the video while he's been in Austin, about like, what is the best way to have somebody literally calculate their calories and macros and find that great starting point.
Say I'm somebody that is trying to lose a lot of weight. I have no idea where to start. What do you say to that person?
First and foremost, like, smile, like, because you're labeling that and you're able to be self-aware of that, you're on the right path. Like, that's the best part. Now that you understand that you know where you want to go and you know what you want to accomplish and you know that you're about to make this change, that's amazing. So the amount of calories we burn every single day, just being a human being, I can literally lay in bed all day long, literally do nothing, not even roll over, just lay there, not even move. That's called our resting metabolic rate, RMR. So that's literally doesn't add in any activity, anything you do. That's literally you just being a normal human being. And a lot of times that takes into account about 60% of our calories for the day.
I like to call them coma calories.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you were in a coma, that's the amount of calories you would burn. And you would burn calories if you're in a coma.
Yeah.
Like, you see a lot of people lose weight when they're in a coma because they can't eat anything.
Yeah.
Their body is still burning stuff even though they're just laying there doing nothing. And I think that's very, very important. The amount of calories, and he's like he said, it's upwards of above 50% for sure. That's half of your calories in a day are not coming from you earning them at all. And I think that's very, very important. I hate the notion of earn your calories because you've already earned half of them by doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that RMR is unbelievably important. Then on top of that, one of my favorite acronyms is NEAT. So could you kind of explain that?
So NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So what that means is you're not aware of it. It's unconscious. So this is something that a lot of people say, oh, I'm increasing my NEAT by going on walks. It's like, no, NEAT is like, I'm sitting here fidgeting, like, and I'm tapping my foot and I'm moving my hands, and I'm not aware of it. And so NEAT is one of those things, it's calories you are burning just from your lifestyle and unconscious movement throughout the day to be able, and that contributes to that too.
Going to the bathroom.
Like maybe, for example, like John and I are just sitting here, and John has just like all this energy, and I'm just sitting like this. So that's a huge factor to think of too. And I'm not saying don't create an active lifestyle, but unconsciously, there's one of those things that as your body's just trying to maintain a certain type of homeostasis. And then on top of that, you have your actual activity calories that you burn. So that's from your workouts, that's from going from walks, that's from just being an active human being. Those add up as well, and they tend to add up to an extra, and it's highly variable. NEAT is one of those things that is highly variable, and activity is highly variable. And you'll see when we walk you through the actual process of calculating your calories and macros, how the activity multiplier can contribute a lot. And there's many different ways to go about that. What I'm going to introduce to you guys today is what's called the Mifflin-St. Jeor equation. And so what that takes into account is finding your resting metabolic rate. And what we've been able to do is then create 5 levels of an activity multiplier in order to create more customized variables for you to be able to figure out. And so everything we've talked about to this point, we talked about your resting metabolic rate, we've talked about NEAT, and then we've talked about our activity calories. When you add all of them together, they equal your total daily energy expenditure. And so what that means is it's the amount of calories you burn on a daily basis. And it will vary based on your activity levels and your NEAT. Those are what's gonna cause most of the change, but we're betting on you do things on average this amount. So on average, you burn X amount of calories. And that's gonna give us our maintenance level calories. If you eat this amount of calories, you stay at the same weight. And so if you want to lose weight, you eat less than that. If you want to gain weight, you eat more than that. And that's our starting point. That's that maintenance level. And so then it comes into play. It's like, okay, once you find that maintenance level, you base it on what your goals are. And so earlier I mentioned the Mifflin-St. Jeor equation. And so this is going to figure out your resting metabolic rate. So that is the amount of calories. That's literally the coma calories that John talked about earlier. So what we need to do is attach an activity multiplier on top of that to based on, okay, how active you are, and then that's gonna make up the difference. And it's a very complex equation, and that's the hard part with most macro calculators is app development, and people just don't take the time to be able to create something that is as customized as possible for the masses, that most people will get a great equation, a great starting point from that. And so we saw that as an opportunity, and we spent the last year trial and error, testing to be able to create a macro calculator that does all this for you. And I could go into the decimal points with all the multipliers and all the subtraction, addition, all these different things based on different lifestyle factors, and you'll have to spend way too much work rather than just being able to plug it in. So what I want to introduce to you guys is our app, and it's Find Your Macros, which is our macro calculator. And you literally just plug in all your information, and it does all this for you. And so what it does is it gives you 3 different inputs. One's the deficit, that's the amount of calories you need to eat to lose weight. And then the maintenance, the amount of calories you need to eat. That's our total daily energy expenditure, that maintenance level. And then you have a surplus. And so what we've done is already plugged into the amount of weight loss you need to be, the rate at which. So like I said, if you're 400 pounds, your numbers reflect if you want to lose that 2 pounds. So if you're in a deficit, it's going to reflect that 0.5% of your body weight per week, and it changes over time, and you can re-input this every single time. The goal with the macro calculator is to give you the most amount of calories and macros you can eat while still losing weight. And that's what's gonna create sustainability is, oh my gosh, abundance rather than scarcity. Because most diets, most people who are obese or overweight are given way too restrictive of a diet. They're going from abundance of I can eat everything and anything to, oh my God, that's all I get to eat. I gotta eat salads and chicken and that's it. And it's like, no, like you don't have to do that. When you are overweight, you have so much, you can eat so much food. You just need to make a small tweak here and there, and it's just gonna start falling off. And that's what we wanted to do with the app, was just make it so user-friendly. Literally within 20 seconds, you have your starting point. And then you can just focus your time and have the peace of mind on learning how to track, using MyFitnessPal, learning how to track your macros.
So we've used a lot of words, and
I apologize, I talk too much.
I know that I learned by seeing.
Yes.
So let's show them how the app works.
Absolutely. So what I'm gonna do is literally just pull it up. So you're gonna see our symbol is a pizza slice. It's a blue app. You're gonna click on the app. Literally, you're gonna open it up, and it says estimate macros at the top. And if you click on this, I literally run you through all the macro calculations.
The stuff that you
resting calories, total daily energy expenditure calories, literally everything, all the multipliers. Literally, there's no hiding anything associated with it. And then you guys will see like, oh, okay, this is the kind of stuff that he was gonna talk about here. And so all you got to do.
So let's say we're working with someone that's 5'9".
5'9".
They're 30 years old.
30 years old.
And they're 350 pounds.
Okay, 350 pounds. Done. And so now, like I said earlier, we're gonna go activity level. Which one do you want to go with?
Let's do moderately active.
Moderately
maybe work out a little bit.
Yeah, so that's training 3 times per week and is somewhat active. So what we're gonna do is press calculate. And so what it literally does is resting calories, total daily energy expenditure. Remember, that's the amount of calories you need to take in to maintain your weight, and your goal calories, because it says a deficit. A deficit.
So goal calories for this person is 2,600 calories, almost 2,700 calories.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's not too low.
No.
Now I want you to explain. So the protein is 225.
Yes.
Why is that?
It's because I set a cap on the protein. So protein's amazing, and especially for somebody who's trying to lose weight. It keeps you extremely satiated. And also, I mean, when you're let's say this person's 350 pounds. When you're most calculators will tell you to take in 350 grams of protein, 1 gram per pound. That is absurd.
Yeah.
You're gonna
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, and you're probably gonna be pooping yourself.
Yeah.
This is not good for digestion either, and thus it takes away from your carbs and fats as well. So I capped it at 225. You can honestly go down to 180 to 220. I mean to 200 if you want to. But 225 is that range at which I want you to cap it. It's not necessary for you to go any higher than that.
If someone wants to check out that app, how do they find it?
So you're gonna search Find Your Macros in the App Store on iTunes. We are currently finalizing our Android version right now. That's gonna be done here shortly because we had initially launched only iOS. App creation is very expensive.
Yeah.
And we had to make an executive decision because 65% of our users are on iTunes, and thus the app was a wild success. It's been amazing thus far, and so we then got a lot of support to create the Android version, so it should be out very soon. And I'll be searching Find Your Macros as well, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see all.
I mean, I'll link it down in the description as well. But you guys, like with this video, like I said, I wanted you to be able to watch it and understand how many calories you should be eating, and with that app you'll be able to do that, and understand and really have that confidence that this is backed by science. This is backed by like legit stuff. This isn't me just pulling a number out of thin air and hoping that it works. These numbers will work. You know, there's always going to be certain outliers that have, that maybe have like a brain tumor, or you have PCOS. Like there are reasons why it might not work.
Yeah.
But for the vast majority of people, this is going to be these numbers are going to work for you. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope that it helped you guys out. I really do. Thank you for coming on. If you guys want to check them out, obviously all the links will be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.